Hey guys, it's Elizabeth from Elizabeth Books. I'm here today to do my July wrap-up. I already did a mid-July wrap-up and I'll link it below, and these are the rest of the books I read this month. So to jump right into it, first I read 5 issues of Evelyn, and I really enjoyed this graphic novel series. It was pretty amazing and I'm excited to pick up the 6th one soon. This book is about a family who something tragic happens in the beginning and they find themselves living in their mother's grandfather's old house, and things just happen from there with a magical amulet, and it kind of possesses the main character, but it's a really good series and I really liked all the characters. I loved the art. I think it's really good. It's the same person who does the art in this new Harry Potter covers that are really pretty. Yes, I probably should say who it's by, right? Kazu Kobashi. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm glad I picked it up. And then I read Message in a Bottle by Nicholas Sparks. I picked up a bunch of Nicholas Sparks books a while ago, and this is the last one I had to read. It was okay. I didn't hate it, but it wasn't the best book. It's just, I don't know, adult novels are so weird. Like contemporary ones, they're just kind of boring. Like, maybe it's just because I'm not older. I don't know. Their problems are just so weird and old and so funny. But it's about a woman who is divorced and has a son, and she finds a message in a bottle, and it's a love letter, and she tracks down the person who wrote the love letter, which is kind of creepy. But she meets him and she doesn't honestly tell him how she found him. She's just like, oh yeah, I'm a tourist, and so they fall in love. And you know, Nicholas Sparks books never end very well. So it was okay, but it did kind of make me cry at the end, but I didn't like it really. So yeah, I wouldn't reread it and I wouldn't really recommend it. I might watch the movie though, because it's probably a good movie. Nicholas Sparks movies are always pretty good. And after that I read The Soldiers of Hala by DJ McCall. This is the 10th Pendragon and the final Pendragon book. It was very good. I didn't remember anything about it, so it was really good rereading it, and it made me cry a lot. And it was really good seeing a conclusion to these characters that I've grown to love in these big books for 10 of them. And you just care about all of the characters and you just want it to end well, and it was just pretty satisfying. It was a pretty satisfying end to the series, and I'm really glad I reread it because I told myself I was never going to reread this series. I didn't think I really wanted to, but I'm super glad I did over the past year because they were really enjoyable rereading them. Next I read The Heir by Kiera Cass, which is book 4 in the Selection trilogy series now, I guess. And I super loved it. I should not love these books. These books are trash, but they're beautiful and I loved it, and I just cared about the main character, so I'm ruining the Selection, FYI. The Selection is the first 3 books is this girl America, and she marries this guy Maxon who's a prince, and so this book is about their daughter, and now she's doing a selection, and I just cared about all the people she was doing the selection against, and I just loved all the boys, and then it just ended, and I was like, what? How could it end like this? And I didn't know there was another book. But there is. So I'm super excited to read the next one. And these covers are just so beautiful, and the insides are beautiful, and I just love these books. They're like nothing, but they're so good. I loved it. Next, I couldn't get rid of Pendragon from my life, so I read Pendragon Before the War, and it's book 1 of the Traveler series. And it's not actually written by DJ McCall. This one is written by a woman named Carla Jablonski, and it's just DJ McCall's characters. So I didn't know that. I thought he wrote these 3 prequel novellas, but it's not actually him. And the other 2 aren't written by the same person. The other 2 are written by a man and not this woman. So yeah, so this one wasn't very good. I liked the idea because it is his characters and all, but they just seemed like very unnecessary stories. It followed 3 characters in the Pendragon series, Kasha, Spader, and Gunny, and Spader's story was by far the most enjoyable. The other 2 were kind of Kasha's was very strange, and Gunny's was okay, but I just couldn't picture it happening. I don't know. It was just strange. But I'm glad I read it, and I do want to read the other two. But I'm just kind of disappointed they aren't actually written by D.J. McKell. But yeah, it was okay. Next I read Lumberjanes by Stevenson Ellis Walters Allen. Walters Allen? Yeah, those ones. And this was pretty good. It's about a group of girls who are in a camp. It's kind of like Girl Scouts, sort of, but like camping Girl Scouts type thing. And it was really cute, but like every chapter, I'm pretty sure each of these people did a chapter or something, because every chapter the artwork was different. And so I was kind of like confused why it looked weird every time, but like I liked everybody's art in their own way. I think this one was the best, but I can't tell who, like it doesn't tell me who did it, but I liked this one's art the best in it. I don't know, it just looked the best and the most clean, I guess. And then in the back it has all these different like posters, which is really cool, of all the different people's art, and it tells you who did them at the bottom and stuff. So I really liked it, and it kind of cliffhanger ended, so I am excited for the next one, whenever that will be. And then I read Living a Dead Girl by Elizabeth Scott, and I'm not a big Elizabeth Scott fan, but this is probably the best book I've read by her, even though this book was so sad, like so terrible. It's about a girl who's 10 who is in an aquarium one day with like a school trip, and a man tells her her class is in like another room, and she follows him because she's 10, and he kidnaps her, and so she's been kidnapped and been abused by him for 5 years now, and it was just very sad. Like, I mean, it was her best book because it was interesting, but it was terrible, so like I don't think I could reread this. Not that it wasn't bad, it was just so sad and haunting that it sticks with you, I think. And then finally I read The Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly Black. I've never read anything by her except the Iron Trial that she wrote with Cassandra Clare, and that one wasn't very good, but I super loved this. It was amazing. It was about two siblings, Hazel and Ben, and growing up they have always like hunted fairies in their town and been very close. There's a boy with horns in the forest that is like imprisoned in a coffin, and they always called him their prince and like told him their secrets and all this, and one day he is missing and they're like, what do we do? And it's just a very good like fairy book, a very good like sibling book. I love the romance in it, and it was just, I don't know, overall it was a very, very good book. I really liked Ben and Hazel as characters. I thought they were both really strong characters. Overall, I really liked it, and I think I want to pick up more of Holly Black's work just to see if I will enjoy it as much as this one. But yeah, guys, these are the books I've read in July. What are some books you read this July? Let me know below, and thank you guys so much for watching. Bye, guys!